Okay, let's get it. It's been a while. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jord. If you've not already been watching some of my videos, I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu and traveling the world for the past 8 years now, and I decided to document some of this and share it with you. So if you decide to travel the world or do Jiu-Jitsu, you have a little bit of experience. But also, if you decide to document videos on YouTube, I can also share some of that with you too. So today I'm going to be sharing my last 6 months on YouTube. If you're thinking about starting a channel, you're not too sure, and you're just idly sort of watching and thinking, I could do that, but I don't know where to start, and I don't know what the first 6 months is going to look like, then I can share this with you now. So, we start by sharing the first sort of inspiration for starting the channel, getting a camera and doing this, holding a fluffy microphone while staring into a camera in my office at 35. Why I thought that would be a good idea. I started watching a YouTube channel called Pult on a Mission. This is my very good friend Jamie, who I've known for a number of years from back in the band days, and he just decided to go to America and document the journey, and I absolutely loved the videos. And as soon as I was watching the videos, not only was I completely addicted to watching these US videos, because I love the US, the land of the free, home of the brave, I also really enjoyed the idea of just documenting random stuff, talking to random people, and I just love the way that he did it. It was so genuine. So I thought, I just got back from New Zealand at the time, probably maybe 6-7 months removed from New Zealand. And I thought, wow, I should have done this in New Zealand. Why did I not have a camera to do this? Thought, right, I'm going to document the next trip, whenever it's going to be, or more importantly, I've been thinking for a long time about how I document Jiu-Jitsu, and I decided that I was going to make some Jiu-Jitsu videos because I'd seen a lot of the gyms that I'd been part of and that I was currently part of at the time sort of took social media seriously, but not really. They sort of it was passive rather than active. Because when you're a business owner, you got lots of other things to worry about other than social media. That's just one piece of the pie, right? So I thought, I've got experience doing social media, not just for Jiu-Jitsu gyms, but also for different companies and products as well, even startups that me and friends have started up. So I thought, sort of dive into a little bit of that, a bit like a passion project, but also I could learn to edit videos at the same time. So at the time, I was rolling at Artes BJJ in Rotherham, and you'll see that my first 2 videos on my channel, the open sparring video that I shot in May of last year, and also the second video, which was in early June, was done with Ben Poppleton. These videos are both at Artes. I basically half-heartedly sort of wandered up to Sid and said, do you think I could shoot some video? Do you think that'd be a good idea? And he was like, yeah, probably not realizing at the time that it was super nerve-wracking for me to get a camera and also just roll up in the middle of these seminars. The first video actually went pretty damn well. I was just focused on trying to create something cinematic, trying to create something a bit atmospheric, but also just getting some good angles, good shots, and it came out really well. I think it's got something like 90 views altogether, which is cool. Second video, this was a little bit nerve-wracking. So when you're filming your second video, whether you're vlogging or whether you're doing it for a specific purpose, when you're shooting other people and there is some sort of mission or goal that needs to be achieved, you suddenly realize that you just need to get out of the way. And getting out of the way in the middle of a seminar, it can, in a small jiu-jitsu gym, can be quite difficult. Limited space, and you also want the best seat in the house so that your viewers have got the best seat in the house. That can create difficulties, and you've got to try and manage that. Trying to mitigate outside noise with the good angles, and trying to let the people who pay for that seminar, and Ben, who's being paid to be there, do their job. And that was an interesting experience, but I was happy with the footage. I think it looks cool. I don't know how many views it has. I think it's just under 100. I also learned about using microphones in this seminar.
Okay, so, I mean, in the mornings at like...
Now, I am a trained audio production engineer / songwriter / music producer, so I should have known better, but I was too focused on the video to think about, oh, I should probably use that mic. Around this time, my good friends in Dead Enders started their YouTube channel. Dead Enders is Dom and Alice, who Dom is my very good friend, pretty much like my brother in a way, and he decided to go full in on paranormal activity, exploring locations. It's going really well for them. They've got 1,000 subscribers right now, which I'm super happy for them. They're doing some great content. The videos look amazing. The thumbnails look amazing. So yeah, and that sort of meant that I was starting to take my videos a little bit more seriously and get encouragement from the people around me that were also doing videos and that were also doing an amazing job. You know, if you're starting a YouTube channel, so far what you need is a base, somewhere that you can film and get 1 or 2 videos, get to learn what it's like to film and what it's like to be around people. And then the other thing is have people around you that are sort of just gonna inspire you to do carry on uploading videos, because it's a pretty thankless, 2, 3, 4 videos in, it's pretty thankless art to be in. So make sure that you've got people around you that are part of that same either community, if you're in a particular industry, or that you're getting that feedback from people, because that's what's going to keep you going. In June I went to Japan, first time going to Japan, really enjoyed Japan. And I started to upload a cinematic cut together, and I worked with Dom because I never color graded before. Now, if you're on YouTube and you're not taking videography super seriously, my advice would be skip color grading. Most of these cameras that you get out of the box will give you incredible results with minimal input from colors. If you just leave it on the standard setting, it will do an incredible job. Peter Sarantello, I think his name is, who goes around the US and just films. He does it on a Osmo Action Cam and does 0 color grading, and it all looks incredible. Me being me, and wanting to get into videography a little bit more and wanting to color grade, I figured I would do color grading. Now, this significantly slows down your progress, because as well as learning to put together video and as well as trying to figure out an engaging story, you also have to learn how to color grade. And it is like flying some sort of crazy aircraft. Color grading is not for the weak of heart. Luckily for me, I have a friend who is a professional videographer who is willing to take the time out to teach me and answer all my stupid questions, but more importantly, get on YouTube, learn some stuff, try some stuff. But color grading, I would say hard skip on that one, because it's just going to slow you down. And one thing that the YouTube algorithm is very hungry for is consistent uploads, not slow progress, or progress, depending on where you are. Next up, I put out my first vlog. I was really scared to vlog. The reason that I was super scared to vlog is because all the vlogs that I'd seen were really boring and really unengaging. And it's like people eating dinner and stuff. Like, I eat dinner every day. I don't need to watch a vlog of people eating an ordinary dinner. And it still messes with me a little bit, this sort of documenting the mundane. One of the people on YouTube that really helped me commit to vlogging was Jord. Jord is an American YouTuber who does an incredible job at proper hyping up his ordinary days and also planning things for his ordinary days that make his life seem out of the ordinary. But really, I just think he's really good at schedule management and really good at trying to condense a lot into an ordinary day, and that's what makes it engaging. So with the blog, it actually just turned out to be random cuts of what I was doing. It wasn't actually structured. I wasn't filming with an audience in mind. The audience was me. I wanted something to look back on after these trips were done. From a vlog point of view, try to figure out who your audience is again. Actually, editing the vlogs was probably the most fun part, but if I was to go back, I would be a lot more consistent in the video. I would be a lot more consistent in day by day, doing morning, midday, afternoon. This is part of the learning process. So I uploaded the first vlog in August and I got quite a few hits on that. One thing that I started to do was upload shorts alongside these vlogs. Now, again, if you're going to start a YouTube channel, you've got to sort of decide, are you going to be a shorts channel? Are you going to be a long form channel? The mix between the two is a hard line to straddle upon, because what it means is the algorithm is going to be looking at, well, are you good at pumping out shorts? Are you good at pumping out long form? What's your game? Both my vlogs in August and September were incredibly long, and I actually prefer long form content. That's where I'm going to be heading long term for the channel. You know, they got a couple of hundred views, I think. Now, it was around when I put the second vlog out in September where someone in my family became ill, and so that meant that the gap between me putting out another form of content varied massively, so I then didn't put out another bit of content until December. This is the reason I'm sharing today's video with you, is that really there are going to be gaps in when you can contribute to YouTube, and this sort of random guilt over not being consistent in uploading is just something that you're going to have to deal with. But also the not being able to be consistent because you actually have a life, that's pretty normal. In December, I put out my third vlog for Japan. Really enjoyed putting that together, and by this point I'd sort of got a strategy for how I was going to put the content out, and I put out a really nice reel, and the reel combined across Instagram, YouTube with a little bit of paid promotion, hit over 5k views, which in this day and age for 5k is like the new 10k, especially when you're a creator with just over 100 subscribers. So I was really happy with the way that came out. In December, I actually shot a jiu-jitsu seminar for my home gym. By home gym, I mean the gym that I started my jiu-jitsu journey at. This is Nomad Jiu-Jitsu. That was such a great experience, so I decided I was going to use 2 cameras for this one and go all out. So I used a phone camera and I used a Osmo Pocket 3, and I just switched between the two to get 2 different vibes. One ultra wide lens on the Osmo Pocket 3 and one standard lens on the phone camera, and I decided that I was going to shoot some of the content in ProRes and some of the content in D-Log. If I was to go back in time, I would be less worried about D-Log and ProRes, just because, again, this is going to slow down your workflow, and it's going to mean that you're going to have to color grade, you're going to have to manage those formats, whereas if you're just dropping it in and it's an MPEG or MP4, whatever it is just going to drop it in and try to match it the best it can, and it's all going to flow really well. In that case, I tried to max it out, and I was really happy with the visuals and some of the shorts and reels that I'd put together, and those shorts and reels again did incredibly well. You know, we're over nearly 5k for, I think, all of the shorts and reels I put together of that seminar, so I was really happy with how that went. So now I was in this interesting place where, because I'd shot this seminar, I had no more content on the run-up, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do a vlog, me actually shooting the seminar, so behind the scenes of the seminar. This went absolutely terribly. This went so badly. Yeah, and I thought, I was watching a lot of J-Hawk, and I thought, okay, I can do this in a very English way, and it failed. So, and that's another thing, you've got to be prepared to fail. You've got to be prepared to shoot some content that basically sucks. You put it together and then you make the decision, do you put it out and then just let it sit, or do you abandon it, learn the lesson and immediately rebound? For me, it actually took about 30 days for me to rebound from that. And again, life gets in the way, but I really had to make a decision. Am I going to sit down in front of this camera and do this type of video, or am I just going to wait 6 months to shoot another jiu-jitsu seminar or find a jiu-jitsu piece of content? And the answer is I'm sort of sat here doing this. So if you're seeing this video, I made my decision. So now I've got to decide. I'm 6 months in. I've done jiu-jitsu seminars, I've done vlog content, and now I'm doing up personal in front of the camera content. And I've sort of got to make a decision for the future of the channel as to how I continue to operate, and also what sort of content I continue to put out on the channel. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Let's do coffee. God, I love coffee. Yeah, I've sort of got to make a decision. What am I going to do? And also, what's the next piece of content going to look at? So the future of the channel is going to look like some jiu-jitsu commentary. I'm going to dive into the jiu-jitsu subculture, what's going on in the world of jiu-jitsu, prominent figures, people that are making waves in jiu-jitsu, whether it's at ADCC trials, some more political avenues of jiu-jitsu, but also continuing my travel vlog and jiu-jitsu theme, because really I love traveling, but I love traveling and doing jiu-jitsu. And I've had so many incredible experiences, rolling in Sydney, rolling in New Zealand, rolling in just different parts of the UK, and it is so valuable for people that do jiu-jitsu to go these places and do these things. And I appreciate that not everybody has the capability to do that in their lives. Lots of things are going on, so that is going to continue. Sometimes some of our content is just going to be travel based, but I feel like that is a really good spread of having a niche for my channel, but also having that added element of jiu-jitsu. Maybe I even bring people into jiu-jitsu and they've never even thought about training it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little 20 or so minute recap of my first 6 months on YouTube. Hope that helps. I'll see you in another 6 months. We'll do another recap, and hopefully everything that I planned and everything that I said makes sense. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all that vibe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.